You think that by getting everything that you want, it's going to somehow make you happy or peaceful or free, but it's not. It's actually only going to expose you. It's going to expose your insecurities. It's going to expose your fears, your sense of unsafety, your sense of unworthiness, your selfishness. And that's why you don't get what you want. That's why you don't seemingly have what it is that you desire, because it's actually going to show you where you don't believe that you're worthy of it. And even if you got all these things, the perfect partnership, the bank account full of money, all the beautiful things that you dream of, it's going to be confronting. It's going to be forcing you to look at the shadows of yourself, to see why, despite having that thing that you say that you want, that you say will complete you, that you're still empty, that you're still feeling unworthy, that you still feel like this is not enough, you're not enough. And how are you going to justify to yourself, once you have everything, why you still feel like nothing? And so that's the beauty of getting everything that you want and meeting your heroes and living up to all these goals and accomplishments and things that you desire. Because you realize that it's all meaningless, it's all empty. And that without that completion, wholeness, self-love, self-knowledge, acceptance, forgiveness, inner peace, inner contentment, all of it is worthless. All of it is meaningless. And on some level, you're actually holding yourself back from it out of the fear of pain, fear of hurting yourself through this experience, through this realization. But in a way, it's the most loving thing that you can do, is to achieve everything, to get everything, to acquire and manifest and create everything, only to realize well and truly that it will not bring you anything at all. And that's sort of a bittersweet reality, where even though you seemingly have everything, it turns out that you have nothing until you come into the heart of yourself, until you recognize the truth of who you are, until you embrace all aspects of you. Because the money is just going to amplify and magnify the qualities of you that you don't want to look at, that you don't like, that you deem to be bad or selfish. The relationship is only ever going to be reflecting back to you your insecurities, where you feel like you're incomplete, where you're unlovable, or you're unworthy. And then even with these things, the money and the relationship, really you're just going to be projecting onto the world, onto your partner, what it is that you're unwilling to face within yourself, what you've buried, what you've been running from. And in that sense, when you have all these things, but you're unwilling to look at yourself, you're really only going to be hurting others. That's another reason why you're holding yourself back from achieving these things or attaining these things, because really you're afraid of who you might become if you get them. what it is that you might do if you have them. And so until you look at yourself earnestly, honestly, sincerely, lovingly, with forgiveness, with compassion, with an unconditional love, and see all the crevices, all the shadows, all the parts that are seemingly ugly and unacceptable and inappropriate, until you come to a whole and complete embrace and acceptance of yourself, you really don't want to get anything more. Why not find the wholeness, uncover the worthiness? Why not love yourself? Why not work inwardly and find everything that is symbolically going to somehow falsely represent that wholeness? Why not find that, complete that, work towards that? Put that together within yourself first, to the point where you don't need anything. You don't care if you have anything. You couldn't gain anything from anything outside of you. Because when you are that stable, when you are that secure, when you are that safe within yourself, when you have that level of confidence, of faith, of conviction, of knowing, of acceptance, of love, of forgiveness in yourself, then nothing can be added on to you or taken away from you that will make you into anything more or less than all that you already are. And that's all that you're seeking anyway, and all the things that you want is just that inward conviction in yourself, that inward love, that inward self-realization of accepting, by embracing, by knowing, by being all that you are, just as you are. And all these ways in which we're trying to overcompensate, trying to fill a void, trying to overcome our fears, our insecurities, our limiting beliefs, through all of these materials and symbols, all these fleeting appearances, which will never suffice. When you have that inner self, the truth of who you are, when you know that, when you see that and recognize that, you can never lose that. It can never be taken from you. You can have everything or you can have nothing, but you have it all. And funnily enough, that's usually when all of these things start to show up in your life, because of that detached posture, that surrendered presence, that open and receptive energy, that purity, that unconditionality, that wholeness, that completeness. That is magnetic. That is so compelling. That is so attractive. And that is why when you are fully you, wholly and completely you, all aspects of you, then everything that is a reflection of that recognition, that wholeness, that realization of yourself will just appear.